Well, welcome to ETANG de BERNIERE down in the Champagne region of France. We've driven about a 3.5 hour drive from Calais all the way down through some fantastic sunny scenery and we've landed at ETANG de BERNIERE. It's not my first time on the venue. Myself and Jace behind the camera came down for a little recce at the end of last year, and to be honest the lake looked fantastic then, but as you can see from behind me the lake looks absolutely stunning. We've got 30 acres of water behind us and sort of 12, 13 pegs evenly spread around. We'll say 12 or 13 because there is a 10A, shall we say, that's crept in. But a beautifully quiet, secluded lake in the middle of nowhere. And when I say in the middle of nowhere, the path to actually come down here takes you about 15 minutes to bump down the path. So we are in the middle of nowhere, but around us we have got some local villages and stuff for a bit of amenities. But the water, as I say, 12 to 14 foot average depths. We have got some 8-foot humps out there that we found knocking around. As you can see, the rods are out already and the lads are doing their bits and pieces around the lake to prep for a week of what we hope will be a solid, good trip. Last week they did have a good week. Unfortunately, we do think there has been a bit of spawning towards the end of their week, so we don't know how it's going to affect the fish. The fish certainly haven't kicked it all off, you know, spawning like you think in the UK. They've done it in a bit of dribs and drabs, so we're going to be mindful of keeping an eye on them, and obviously how that affects the fishing will be yet to see. But the lads have all picked swims, we've all gone around, we've all getting into the swims, we've all done the bits and pieces to get ready for a week. So what leaves no further to do is to crack on, get some bait more into the swim, and we'll come back to you a bit later on.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games though. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games though. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
Right then, we're up in the popular swim with my man Ned, and we said yesterday any fish could be a PB in this lake for Ned, and the first fish is?
A PB.
There we are. We can't argue with that. What did it go in the end, mate?
Sorry?
What did it go in the end, weight?
39.5.
39.5. So that means there's still loads of room for another PB in the week.
Loads.
There we are. Right then, I think it's time to lift this beautiful fish up and get it on camera. This is a proper Frenchy silk pig. Bit like me and you, make more gut and big head. Look at that. Here we are. What a fish. What a fish. So, what was it taking on in the end, mate?
She had a 15mm central cell pop-up, over about a kilo of cell and particle from the lake.
Oh, there we are.
Lake particle.
Happy days. Here we are. Our job's certainly not done this morning as well. We've got to go around the other side of the lake where we believe there's another P hanging out. But happy days.
First ever French trip, first ever French carp. 40 pound 12 ounces on the peach pastels by CR Baits over a bed of particle and a whole load of CR2s. Absolutely buzzing.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
Well, good morning, and what a start to a Monday morning. 35 pounds of a fish that is only going to be called the teamwork carp for us, to be honest. Had to take us to the left-hand rod down the margin, ripped off, bent round. I've had to do a little 40-yard dash down the bank to get a hold of it. Unfortunately, I had got into a snag underneath some trees. So Darren went, got the boat, then Jace came over, jumped out in the boat and freed the fish for me. And this absolute chunk of a fish slipped in the net. And I say it's a starter for 10, £35, absolutely over the moon. Slip it back, we've got to do a shop run in a bit. And that's just one of the beautiful fish that live in ETANG de BERNIERE. Right then, slip it back, get the rod back out, and then a bit of a shop run later on. Happy days.
Right, so down here at ETANG BERNIERE, just a quick thing on last night, early morning catch report. Changed my spots yesterday over to the far bank, going to show and fish, put all 3 rods out to it. Early this morning, had a take, slipped the net at £35. Pulled the 2 rods in to redo them, left the 1 rod out while I do that, and the 3rd rod ripped off. Managed, had to go out in the boat to get that, but managed to get it in the net and on the bank at £31. And hopefully a lot more to come, still fish showing, so things are looking good. Week's been great so far, started off a bit slow, but things are really switching on here now, so hopefully one of the big girls makes an appearance and finish the week off.
Falling down through the clouds, I'm feeling you. Stay away from me. You keep haunting me.
Right, you join us on a slightly overcast Wednesday morning, and most of the week has now obviously gone, and I know we haven't been back and forth to catch up with you loads and loads and loads. It's because we've been grafting, to be honest with you. The week has been a little harder than we thought. Don't get me wrong, there have been PBs for some of the lads, so to come to a lake that's fishing hard and for some lads to still walk away with PBs is great. It's nothing to do with the water. We do think those fish have been a little bit moodier than they should be. As I said, last week was a phenomenal week for the lads with nearly 40 bites. But we're all trying really, really, really hard, and that's the beauty of this lake. It's a proper fishing lake. You can try loads of different things. Like I've had them from out the margins, sort of 6 foot off the margins. Lads have them right out in the middle of the lake. Some have had them underneath bushes, trees. You know, there's loads to go at here, you know, with the features, etc. So we are all trying very, 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 very hard. I don't know if you can hear to my left, Darren's spotting out, and one of the boys out in the boat finding a new area to put bait on. But yeah, as I said, it's been an up and down week. Ned's doing really, really well at the top. But yeah, we will see what the rest of the trip brings, and hopefully a few more PBs and a few more chunks. So let's see what happens.
42.5 pound of ETANG de BERNIERE mirror, right in under the margins, under the bushes, landed in a boat and caught on a 12mm peach pineapple and embuteric, see our baits pop up. Happy days, let's get her back.
So I moved swims last night, had a chat with Ned and he kindly let me into his bay. Had a little social gathering, a barbecue over in the clubhouse. Got back late last night, put the rods back out, and this afternoon my right hand rod tore off with this 38-14 mirror. ETANG de BERNIERE, CR baits, CR1 wafter over a bed of CR2 hook baits.
There we are, what a way to end our trip down to the ETANG de BERNIERE. The lads have had a few more around the lake, but it's unfortunate we've got to get back for a bit of work tomorrow. So yeah, this mid-30, another one from down the margin, signifies the end of my trip. It's been a great trip. Just want to say a big thanks to Andy, the bailiff. He's really looked after us, and obviously Danny, the owner, for sorting us out to this fantastic venue. But yeah, the lads have got one more night left, and I'm sure there'll be a few more for them as well. But for us, this is our parting gift. Just to say thank you very much for watching, and catch us on our next adventure very soon.